Okay, see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye. I love my family. Lots of meetings, lots of things to do. I'm getting still behind on videos. I blame the vlog. All right, let's get to work. One of the great things about living in Hinsdale is just the scenery. There's just beautiful old trees that just line the streets of Hinsdale, just very old growth. At least old for this area of Chicago, for one of the western suburbs. So not all towns have that. And so the tale goes is that there was a... The other thing is we get to live by a train station. I don't know if it's an old wise tale, but I was told that years and years and years ago, maybe one of the founders of Hinsdale went up and down the streets and planted all these trees. And so you got trees that are like 100 years old or even older. And they do their best to preserve them, even with all the new construction that's going on. You know, they just tear down homes around here, small homes, and then build really big ones. So that's a little bit about Hinsdale. Home sweet office. So every week I have a weekly check-in with our intake coordinator, and we talk about things about the phone calls she's receiving, how we can help her do her job better. She keeps a very detailed call log, and there's a couple things that we like to keep track of. One is all the potential new clients that are calling in, like what's the call volume, not just like how many calls in general we get through our system, but just those who are looking, those are new clients, potential new clients. We keep track of those. We also keep track of how many of those phone calls people schedule appointments, and then how many of those people actually convert into clients. So we call it a conversion rate. So we have the potential new clients who've called, those that scheduled, and then those that scheduled, those that converted. Because you get people who schedule an appointment and then never show up. And so what we're trying to do is to shrink that down between those scheduled and those converted. We are a private pay counseling service, so we do not contract directly with insurance, and we do have a video which I can put a link in the description of what that means as we try to explain this to parents and why we are private pay. It's for some ethical reasons, but you can watch the video if you're interested. Well, because we are private pay, our conversion rate typically is, when I say conversion, those calling to schedule an appointment and those who show up, is usually between 30 to 35%. That's actually good. That's fairly normal for private pay. I believe if we contracted with insurance, probably have more like a 90% conversion. That's really good for insurance. If you are a private practice that takes insurance, 90% is where you want to be. Private pay, you're around 30 to 35%. So I'm doing the numbers for the month of May. Well, the numbers are in, and no improvement from last month. So this is interesting. We had a few less calls than from April, so potential calls here. Scheduled, 17 scheduled. Conversions, so 9 people came to the appointment and are paying clients. So the one weird thing about gathering this number is that sometimes their intake coordinator schedules for the following month. It's hard to kind of keep up with that, but that's not uncommon for someone to schedule an appointment for 2 or 3 weeks out, and that puts you out of the month of May. So but we're a few weeks into June, so maybe we can see if this is an updated number. I know there's at least 3, which would, if there's 3 more conversions, then you're looking at probably a 27% conversion rate, which is a lot higher. 52% schedule conversion. Again, this can be a little wonky, but it gives us an idea here, which we're down 24% from last month, which was 76%. So this is a good talking point to kind of figure out what's going on here. Again, these aren't super hard numbers, but it allows us to have a conversation. What is the data saying about our business? What is the data saying about how we can improve things? So we've already made a lot of great corrections in how we do intake calls and how we hand potential clients off to the clinicians. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to my conversation with our intake coordinator. She's doing a great job, and these numbers, I'm not worried about them, but they tell a story. And so let's unpack this story a little bit. All right, there's a little look into our how we track phone calls and the kind of data that we look at. So if you think this video might be helpful for a friend, I'd love for you to share it with them. If you like the content from today's vlog, would you consider subscribing? I'm gonna have more vlogs coming out and more content to help you grow your private practice.